Hi, my name is Vincent, and today I want to take a look at multiplying binomials using the FOIL method. So we have the problem, write each product as a polynomial, and we're looking at x plus 3 times 2x minus 1, and we also have 3x minus 5 times 4x minus 3. So now before we get started, I want to look at how do we use the FOIL method. If you want to fast forward to the solution, you could fast forward to this time here. So now the FOIL method is for multiplying two binomials, and what it tells us to do is to multiply the first, outer, inner, and last terms of both binomials, and that's how we could expand it. So for instance, if we have a plus b times c plus d, we multiply the first two terms, which would be a times c, and then we're going to add the product of the outer terms, a times d. Now we add the product of the inner terms, we have b times c, and finally we're going to add the product of the last two terms, where we have b times d. So now, where does the FOIL method come from? That comes from the long way of multiplying two binomials, which would be to use the distributive property 3 times. So if we had a plus b times c plus d, we would distribute a plus b to c plus d, and we would wind up with a plus b times c plus a plus b times d. And then now we have two more binomials we need to expand, so we're going to distribute twice more. And we would distribute c into a plus b, we would distribute d into a plus b, and wind up with ac plus bc plus ad plus bd, which matches all of the terms that we have if we were to multiply by foiling. So now we're going to get started. We have x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So using this FOIL method, we can multiply the first two terms. So we have x times 2x is 2x squared. Now we're going to multiply the outer terms. So we have x times negative 1 is a negative x. Now we're going to multiply the inner terms. So we have positive 3 times positive 2x is a positive 6x. And now finally we have positive 3 times negative 1 is a negative 3. So now we need to simplify. We have like terms. We have a negative x and a plus 6x. So now the next line is going to say 2x squared. And now how do we combine these? Well, we have negative x plus 6x simplifies to a positive 5x. So we have 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. And this is our answer to the first problem, x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So now using the FOIL method again, we're going to do this next problem. We have, first we're going to multiply the first two terms. We have 3x times 4x is a positive 12x squared. All we're doing is 3 times 4 and x times x. So now we have the outer terms we need to multiply. So we have 3x times a negative 3 is a minus 9x. Next we're going to multiply the inner terms. We have negative 5 times positive 4x, that's a minus 20x. And now finally we're going to multiply the last two terms. So we have negative 5 times negative 3 is a positive 15. So now what we need to do before we're done is combine like terms. We have a minus 9x and a minus 20x. So in the next line we have 12x squared. And now what is minus 9x minus 20x? That gives us a minus 29x. And finally, we could just tack on that plus 15. And this is our answer to the second problem. We have 3x minus 5 times 4x minus 3 is 12x squared minus 29x plus 15. Okay, well this is going to conclude this video on using the FOIL method. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that this was helpful.